Hi. So in the previous video, we were discussing the examinations, the final examinations, and the repercussions of basically doing this incorrectly. Now, in South Africa, and apparently most countries, but in South Africa, there is this thing where you cannot claim ignorance. If you live within the borders of South Africa, you need to know the laws of the land. And specifically when it comes to the matric examinations, the final examinations, you also need to know what's going on. Because if you do something incorrectly, you are going to face the repercussions of your actions. Prior to the final examination series, you are going to have a meeting with the invigilators or also the chief invigilator. Understand that you must listen to every single thing this person says. If this person says jump, you don't even ask how high. You figure out how high prior to the exam series being written, and then you just jump as high as you possibly can. Okay. It sounds like, okay, fine. But like I said in the previous video, the consequences of you doing this incorrectly is that you can be banned from writing matric nationally and internationally for up to 5 years. Additionally, okay, you can also face a massive fine, and I'm talking hundreds of thousands of rands, okay? And also, you can be barred from entering into any exam venue for that year. I mean, that's like the norm. You can also risk everybody else who's writing in that exam venue to also fail an exam or have the venue shut down. The chief invigilator is in charge of ensuring the validity and reliability of the process. Now, anybody who's studied assessment and evaluation understands that an assessment is only as valid as the validity and the reliability of the assessment. Okay. So, in other words, the time that it takes to administer the assessment, there's a thing called an irregularity. It means that something irregular has occurred. And the more irregularities that occur, the less trust there is within a qualification or within an assessment. That is why IQ tests need to be administered, or proper IQ tests need to be administered by somebody who is qualified to administer IQ tests. Myself, for example, I'm a counselor. I'm qualified to administer IQ tests, psychometrists, psychologists, psychiatrists, etc., etc. And the reason being is that the moment that an assessment is doubted, immediately it loses all value. So I will sit down, I will draft a list of things that we need to discuss prior to you writing your final examinations. But please understand that this is a qualification. This isn't a joke. It is taken exceptionally seriously, and the consequences are quite dire. In essence, do what the invigilators tell you to do, and you will be fine. Don't cheat. Study.